That semifinal matchup in the W was frankly much more exciting than the one that we just came off of. Vegas Aces taking on the Indiana Fever, and it was early and often from one Asia Wilson. Hits the fadeaway jumper to put the Aces up 10 there. A couple minutes later, they're up 12. Alyssa Smith gets down low, layup, hoop, plus the harm after the made free throw. Vegas would lead 59 to 44. 7 minutes to play now in the fourth is Wilson on the steal, going coast to coast. Left hand lay is good. They're up 24. 5 minutes left to play. Up 22. Wilson pulls up, hits that. Aces go on to win 90 to 68. Asia Wilson with 25 points on the evening. Now, Wilson becomes just the fourth player with 25 points and 5 steals in a game in WNBA history, joining Angel McCautry, Shamik Holdsclaw, and Cheryl Swoops. Over the course of their WNBA history, it's been a masterful performance from her over the course of this entire postseason. It's been incredible to watch her work and to delve a little bit more into that matchup. Let's welcome in WNBA analyst Carolyn Beck, who joins us now on Sports Center. Regarding that specific matchup out there in Vegas, watching Asia Wilson go to work, how does this team turn this into a 3-game sweep if they are to go out there and knock things out?
Well, the Aces had to, after losing game one, coming back and winning game two, they've got to stay true to what they have been like in the second half of the season, and that is everything is based off their defense, their connectivity defensively, everybody in the right spot and having each other's back so they can run out in transition. Next, you have to have Asia Wilson playing like the MVP that she is. A tremendous bounce back game of having 16 in game one to 25 in game two. And she really is the motor. She is the leader of what this team needs, and she has to set the tone. How she plays really affects how everybody else plays. And I'll tell you, her play had an effect on Alyssa Smith because Alyssa, 18 points tonight, 7 of 9 from the floor. That inside game was huge for Las Vegas.
I misspoke there. Look, the series now tied 1 game apiece, so we have a game 3 and 4 guaranteed. We appreciate Carolyn Peck. We know we'll join you again later.
Joined now by Chelsea Gregg, coming off a really nice outing. Chelsea, the Fever kind of spoiled Asia's MVP party on Sunday. You guys got them back tonight. First of all, what was the feeling after game one in your locker room after that loss?
Pissed. When you do all that work in the regular season, you play for home court, and so we got to take care of our home court. So we got it back tonight, but we were just angry with ourselves, not showing what we wanted to show and playing Aces basketball.
You certainly set the tone tonight. Watching that, can you put your finger on what the difference was from Sunday to tonight?
Defensively, we were just engaged from the start of the game. We didn't go into these lulls. Of course, they're a good basketball team. They're going to go on runs. But how we combat that defensively and take a stand and get a stop. And then offensively, we were able to flow, push pace, and everybody working for each other.
Every time I looked up, there were bodies flying around. There were bodies on the floor.
This is day 58. I'm trying to ski my age. If I can get to 77, I'd be happy.
Assess the physicality of this game.
It's playoff basketball, man. We know it's going to be physical. They're going to let a lot more things go. Some things were questionable sometimes, but that's playoff basketball. And we're ready for that defensively, offensively. We got to be poised down the stretch offensively and really pick our spots. But we know that physicality rises when playoff basketball starts.
Yeah, personally, do you like it? You like it when it gets more physical?
I do, but as long as it's even on both sides, and then when fouls are blatant fouls, you have to call it. So we're going to continue to do our best on our end and just play Aces basketball, not worry about the refs. Everybody just got to come to work and do their job.
All right, so we're 2 games in. We're all tied up. What have you learned about the Fever through the first 2 as we swing forward to game 3 on Friday?
Man, they really like to penetrate the lane and get into the paint. Defensively, they're physical. They rebound the ball well, and so we just got to combat that by rebounding, boxing out, and playing our game.
All right, let's get to Mercury and Lakes. Hey, Nafisa Collier's birthday turning 29 today. Queen P, and everyone's in a good mood. that Lynx tunnel. They came in on a 9-game playoff win streak against the Mercury, the longest streak against a single opponent in WNBA history. Collier, Courtney Williams, Caitlin Bride, all chipping in the first half. Visa had 17 and a half. Lynx up 16 at halftime. They're 61-0 in any game we're leading by that much at the half. Well, now let's see how it would play out after the Mercury foul shots. 30 seconds left, and then a 68-61 game. Here comes Phoenix chipping away. A little bit later, Sammy Whitcomb, straight on three. She drills that, makes it a three-point game. Lynx come back down, but trouble. The steal. Whitcomb up ahead, nice ball movement. Satu Sabali, yes, in the foul. This game was within 5, under a minute to go. The drive, the rejection by Faith. 3-point game, 30 seconds. Ball movement, big hit, knocks it down the shot. Thomas getting it done. And then this is the moment. Whitcomb, the 37-year-old, misses, but she's going to get it back. One chance to tie. Mighty Sammy Whitcomb ties this one at 79. And we get one last shot for the Lynx. It's Collier, but that's off the side of the rim. And overtime we go. In OT. Thomas to Whitcomb. Pitches back. Elbow jumper, good. Mercury up by 2. Couple minutes later, Mercury by 3. Collier Copper in the corner. Got that for 3. Mercury come back down 20 to split the series at 1, 89-83 in overtime.
Sammy, under 4 seconds to play in regulation, and you have a tough look. What did you see, and how did you make it?
Yeah, I mean, I knew they were going to try and take the shot away, so I just tried to, have her run me off the line so I could get a good shot. I mean, Nancy had took a terrible shot before that. She got the rebound, kicked it, and, we all trust each other to take those shots, so I'm blessed that they trusted me with that.
Phoenix did a good job coming out aggressive, but I think we beat ourselves. Unforced turnovers, not taking care of the ball when they were pressuring us. I think just keeping our composure in those situations is huge. So definitely it's frustrating, but it's a series. It's a long series. Tied now, so we need to go to Phoenix and take care of business.
The Mercury were down 20 with less than 6 to go in the third before going on a 50-24 run to end the game. That 20-point comeback is tied for the largest road comeback in WNBA postseason history.
Back with Carolyn Peck here now on SportsCenter. How did Phoenix make this historic comeback, Carolyn, where for Minnesota Lynx that only lost 2 on that home floor during the regular season?
Trevor, I think the first thing that Phoenix did is they made smart decisions with the basketball, especially having 29 assists. And when you move the ball, you're going to get better and open looks. So the improvement from the three-point line. In game 1, they were 3 of 23. Game 2, they were 13 of 32 from the three-point line. I liked how they moved the basketball. I liked the decision when they looked at the 3, defense flying out at them. They had a little shot fake. In the highlights, you saw that as well. The other thing they did was they turned up defensively. Now, yes, Minnesota had some unforced turnovers, but 18 turnovers for Minnesota. Phoenix turned that into 21 points. Now, can they carry that over? Bring that same focus for 4 quarters and do that at home in Phoenix.
Talking about sharing the rock, those 29 assists, 13 of them were earned by one Alyssa Thomas. That is the most by Mercury player in the playoffs for that franchise's history. Carolyn, if you don't mind, just hang tight one more time for us. We've got to chat with you for one more thing, I should say.
Rather than managing long emails or spending hours on the phone, everything you care about is right here in Pilot.
Yeah, apparently the WNBA title doesn't buy you a whole lot of job security. Less than a calendar year after Sandy Brondello coached the Liberty to a championship, the team has decided not to renew her contract. Brondello is out. In a season marred by injuries, New York lost in the first round of the playoffs to Phoenix. Brianna Stewart was asked about